through the countryside, its first-class carriage occupied by 4 travelers. Victoria Langley, a socialite prone to gossip, keeps stealing glances at her reflection in the window. Daniel Whitmore, a businessman nursing a drink, rubs his temple as though deep in thought. Samuel Porter, the train conductor, makes his routine rounds, ever the picture of professionalism. Howard Ellis, a quiet but relentless accountant, sits motionless, his head slumped against the window, his pocket watch frozen at 8:24. A dark wound mars his temple. His overturned brandy glass drips onto the polished table. The train doors were locked, the windows undisturbed. Somewhere in this carriage, a murderer sits among them.
A man dies on a moving train and no one notices. That's either remarkable luck or a well-planned murder.
I didn't even realize he was dead. I thought he was asleep.
No one was paying much attention to him.
Except the person who killed him.
Killed? You're saying this was a murder?
A blunt force wound to the temple. The body slumped unnaturally. The brandy glass overturned but still half full, meaning he didn't collapse on his own. Something struck him.
But how? We didn't hear anything.
A moving train, the rumbling tracks, the noise of passengers. It would have masked a quick attack.
Stopped at 8:24. That's likely when he was struck.
So who had reason to hurt him?
What happened? I heard the commotion.
Who are you?
Claire Hargrove. I'm Howard's business partner. We run a small financial consulting firm together.
He's dead, Claire. We don't know how, but it looks suspicious.
Dead? That's impossible. Howard. He'd been acting strangely lately, distant, almost paranoid. He'd been investigating something, but he wouldn't tell me exactly what.
What was he investigating?
I don't know all the details, but he mentioned something about discrepancies in ticket revenues at a local train station. He thought someone might be replacing real fares with counterfeit tokens to skim money.
Counterfeit tokens?
Yes. He said the records didn't add up, and he was tracking serial numbers to find the source of the missing funds. He didn't trust anyone to help him with it, so he kept it to himself. But I know it was eating at him. I think he was afraid someone at the station might be involved.
That's helpful. It seems Ellis was more than just a passenger on this train.
He'd been working on something for weeks. An investigation into missing funds. He didn't trust anyone with it. But he mentioned tracking discrepancies in ticket revenues. Something about fake tokens being used instead of real fares.
Fake tokens? What does that have to do with him dying?
Ellis was tracking the serial numbers of tickets, and his notes mentioned several suspicious discrepancies in the fares. It's clear now he was investigating counterfeit tokens.
That's a lot of guesswork based on some notes. He could have just been making up a story.
Maybe. But this isn't just theory. It's proof. We'll find the real culprit here by following the trail of those tokens. Now, we know it was more than just a personal matter. This was business, and possibly tied to someone in this very carriage.
What are you implying? That I'm involved with fake tokens? I don't even know how those work.
Why would you assume that?
Because the man wouldn't leave me alone. He was digging into my business dealings, claiming there were discrepancies in my books.
Were there?
Nothing I couldn't explain.
Yet here in his ledger, we have your name circled with a note that says, confrontation at 7:50, threats exchanged.
Threats? You threatened him?
I was frustrated. I told him to stay out of my affairs.
So you had motive, a financial scandal, a man who wouldn't stop digging, a heated confrontation before he turned up dead.
Oh, come on. You think I'm stupid enough to kill someone when I know I'm under investigation?
Maybe we're going about this the wrong way. Maybe it was more personal in nature.
Go on.
Miss Langley here has been very quiet.
Excuse me?
Ellis was an investigator, sure, but he was also a notorious busybody. He knew things about people. Perhaps he knew something you wanted hidden.
That's ridiculous.
Then why is your pearl bracelet broken?
What?
A few pearls scattered beneath Ellis's seat, almost as if there was a struggle.
I dropped it earlier, that's all.
Convenient.
Not just convenient, curious. Because we found this near Ellis's body. A gold cufflink, monogrammed with a W.
Whitmore, that's yours.
I don't know how that got there.
Sloppy work, businessman.
Perhaps too sloppy. A man is dead. We have 3 suspects, but only 1 is guilty. And I know who...
Detective Crane has his suspicions, but the case is not closed. Somewhere in this very train car, a killer remains free. The truth lies within the clues, but only a sharp mind can uncover it. Review the evidence, consider the motives, and make your choice. You have 1 minute. Your assistance is needed.
Who is it, Detective?
You, Mr. Porter.
Me? And why would I kill Ellis?
Because Ellis was tracking missing revenue from ticket sales. He suspected someone of replacing real fares with counterfeit tokens, skimming the difference.
But what does that have to do with his murder?
Everything. Because look at this. These are all valid tickets, except for one. It's a counterfeit token, one of the very type Ellis was tracking.
Wait, you're saying...
Ellis had the proof. He found a counterfeit token in circulation tonight, one that matched the serial numbers he had been tracking. He confronted the culprit, Porter.
You have no evidence.
Oh, but I do. We searched your conductor's bag, and among your fares, a fake token. The same serial number Ellis wrote in his ledger. The very proof you thought was lost.
So that's why you killed him.
He threatened to expose you. You panicked. You used what was already in your hand. A weighted bag of coins. A single quick strike. No blood. No obvious weapon. Just a lifeless man and a plan to pin it on Whitmore.
Not bad, Detective.
A murder disguised as misdirection. A thief who nearly got away. And a crime solved by the smallest of details. A counterfeit token slipped into the mix. The case is closed, but in the world of crime and deception, one mystery solved only leads to another, waiting in the shadows. Will you be ready for the next case? Ensure that you are one of the first to join us next time by subscribing to the channel. Thank you for the support.